Hurricane were first added 3 of the RAF's last Spitfires, those in service with the temperature humidity monitoring flight based at RAF Woodvale, a trio of Griffon engine photographic reconnaissance PR-19s, and the silver Spitfire that we are seeing in Thompson formation today, serial PS915, like Hurricane LF363, is one of the original historic aircraft flight aircraft. Some Spitfire LF-16Es were further added to the fleet. Numbers of aircraft have waxed and waned a little over the years, but today the flight boasts a most impressive complement of Lancaster, Dakota, 2 Hurricanes, 6 Spitfires, and a pair of de Havilland Canada Chipmunks for training duties. All of these aircraft for a quick security announcement from Sam Waller.
Thank you very much. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen.
Now the ships at operating altitude, squared away on course in formation. Keeping station, each plane helps to cover the other. Together they make one round bristling hedgehog of fire. The pale, glimmering English sun, the English fields checkerboard below. Americans from Massachusetts, Idaho, and Kentucky. All away, the bombardiers shout. They group an element 3 for the run home. These are the customs. All C-17s with sensation.
The main tactic of the US 8th Air Force. So here comes the final pass. You'll see the F-15Cs on the freight.
All the other ministries to the man aboard, flagging waves our flags over the slow taxiing below the east. It's our attending way to part.
Today being displayed by Airbus, but in Royal Air Force service with 70 Squadron at Royal Air Force Brize Norton. You might be able to see, especially if you're up at the right-hand end of the airfield, the rear fuselage loading ramp coming down. And that's necessary when reverse taxiing, isn't it? Yeah, there's no windows in the back of the aircraft, and the pilots can't actually see where they're going. So the loadmaster or the crewman in the back of the aircraft will be guiding the pilots from the front in the direction they're going. And as it taxis by the air-to-air refueling probe, there's a receiver clearly on view. Yes, another quite brilliant demonstration by Anthony Flynn and Jonathan Taylor from Airbus Defence and Space of the Airbus A400M. Absolutely spectacular. The United States Air Force's F-22 Raptor! Or customer of the time is the Japanese Ground Self-Defense Force, which was about this time last year. Did a deal to get 5 B-22s for delivery by June 2018, and second week of 22s is the Spanish Air Force is ALA 11, based at Moron. It's one of the first ones to get 5 sites in service with that air up. The other thing is the McDonnell Douglas EF-18 orders.
Hey, look, there's the left.
RD-33 turbofans heralding the run-up to full power and then the takeoff roll of a hulking piece of Soviet-era military machinery in the shape of the Polish Air Force's Mikoyan MiG-29A, the Fulcrum. Unusually, after the war, she wasn't able to sprint away from the fireball. She's currently wearing the colours of No. 1 Squadron, flown by Sergeant Arthur Clowes. You can probably see the wasp motif that Arthur Clowes painted himself on the nose. Clowes was an ace before he even got to the Battle of Britain. He fought in the Battle of France. He was interviewed at the time, and the journalist said he was a real tough guy. But you could tell that he wouldn't take it. Clowes led a flight of 6 Hurricanes against 50 bombers, escorted by 100 fighters. With his pugnacious attitude, Clowes survived the Battle of Britain. He went on to fight again in 1941, a Death's Tour in 1942. He fought in Libya in 19...
More black flags.
Project Future Brides has now come to fruition with around about 3,500 service, reserve, civil servant and industry partners coming in through that main gate every single day. An aircraft of 70 Squadron joining the C-130Js of 24, 30 and 47 Squadrons and the A330 Voyager aircraft of number 10 and 101 Squadrons. the Turkish Air Force and the Royal Air Force, the German Luftwaffe, which has one of its first A400Ms in the Stetic Park here, and the Royal Malaysian Air Force have followed. And the French have already been using their examples to support operations in Mali. The first Spanish Air Force A400M is now painted and should fly. It's pretty manoeuvrable on the ground as well, into reverse pitch, and backing up with the backing up with a bit of a bounce there. I think the rear loading ramp should be open, and as it taxis past, you'll see a number of test markings on the back of the aircraft for calibration duties during the flight test program, which is continuing. Thanks again to Airbus Defence and Space for their presentation of the A400M. But now it's going to be back to some F-16 action, and this one comes courtesy of the Hellenic Air Force. And the commentator for this is Captain Papadimitriou Nodas.
And is what allows it to be based on board aircraft carriers and in austere environments. Now let's listen to the power of that engine.
It comes from a fleet of 60 aircraft we have based at Royal Air Force Odium in Hampshire. This aircraft is a glass upgrade variant of the Mark II. We now also have the Mark VI, which provides us a digital flying control system. As Luke heads back in, now look for another roller coaster. This time, however, Luke is going to kill all of his airspeed off with pushing the nose over from 50 degrees nose up. Of course, Luke could not do all of this on his own. He has a full crew and engineering support team to make all this happen.